Hi Capricorn, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book your personal reading with me, you can do so on the website addressed below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibration of good. So this week, for your key to the week, you have the Moon card. And this means that this week you're very likely to be looking over the past, reevaluating the past. It's interesting because we're like literally at the last dregs now of your Saturn retrograde, right? So this is it. Once it goes direct, it's going to be full steam ahead into Aquarius, and you will not have to deal with this energy again for at least another 30 years. Well, at least another 28, let's say. So really, really interesting stuff, right? The fact that you've got the Moon card as well, this week you could be seeing through the veil. Now, yes, the Moon card can be a confusing energy sometimes, but very often I see this card as like, it's almost like you're taking off the rose tinted glasses. This week you're going to be seeing someone or something exactly as it is. And this could be a surprise for you. It might be a person that you didn't see this way before. It might be that you are seeing somebody in a completely different light. As an example, this could be a friend that you've had for years, and then all of a sudden you're like, wow, you know what? Actually, I'm not sure how compatible our friendship is anymore. On the other side of this, it could be, you know, it could be a different friend, and you could be looking at them thinking, damn, we flirt a lot. We're into each other. How long has this been the case? You know, so this week, those rose tinted glasses, or the way that you've seen something for a long period of time, this week you're going to see the reversal to it. And I think it's going to give you a really deep insight into why things are the way they are in a certain situation. For your actions and options this week, you have the King of Cups. So this is about you delving into your feelings and using your emotional intelligence to really get to the bottom of things. Now, this week, a Piscean male could very well feature for you. So the King of Cups is usually a water sign male, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. The Moon card as a zodiac sign represents Pisces. So when I see these two together, this means that a Pisces man in some way, shape or form could feature for you this week. It could be a conversation that you're having. It could be something that is shared with you. This person could be divulging something to you about themselves that you never in your wildest dreams thought you would hear. That's one part of it. On a personal level, because your actions and options is about what you do, this is going to see you really delving into how you feel about a certain situation. This is going to see you unpicking and unpacking your feelings in a way that you haven't before, which is really interesting. Now that we temper that with what came up with the Moon card, it will be interesting to see how this plays out for all of you. For your communications and conversations, you have the Five of Pentacles. If somebody does ask you for money this week, my advice to you, because it looks like they're going to try to, you know, the old guilt trip and the hat in hands and the big cat eyes and all the rest of it. It does appear that somebody's going to try to manipulate money out of you this week, or somebody is going to be having a you know, maybe having a go at getting something out of you, but not necessarily by the best means. You know, like with a Capricorn, it's best just to go to them and just say to them, like, you know, I need this, can you help me? And they'll tell you yes or no, right? And they're actually a lot more generous than people give them credit for. That's one thing about Capricorns that a lot of people don't know. They just see the sort of bossy, serious, hard exterior, but actually they've got wicked, funny sense of humor. They're very sensual, sexual beings. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, so this week it could be that somebody tries to manipulate something out of you rather than just asking you direct. And I know for a fact you guys hate that shit. So it's going to be an interesting week in that respect. Now, when it comes to communications and conversations, this week you could see where it is that you are either losing out on something or you've lost out on something because of the way that you viewed it up until now. I get the feeling that this Pisces person is going to feature in some way. For your money and materials, you have the Seven of Swords. This is not an easy card when it comes to money, especially next to the Five of Pentacles, because this week, whatever you are purchasing this week, right, check your receipts, double check your receipts. If you, if you're this week you could be double charged for something. It's a powerful energy for deceit around finances. You've got this card, the Seven of Swords, which is lies, deceit, all the rest of it, right next to the Five of Pentacles. This week you could be overcharged for something, you could be double charged for something, you could be charged for something that you didn't actually buy. So it's really important that you keep on top of your receipts and your spending this week. Especially when it comes to your physical body, this could be a week where you are twisting something. It could be, and look at this, right? So you've got the Seven of Swords, but it's right next to the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles can sometimes see you losing money or being out of pocket due to an injury. So when I see those two together, this could be a twisted ankle. It could be that you go over and you end up spraining your arm or your wrist. It could be any one of those things. Be careful with your physical self this week. And it's interesting because I kind of feel like the mind is going to be doing 10 to the dozen. And usually that's not an issue for you guys, right? Your minds work very quick and very fast and very hard all together. But this week I feel like your mind is going to be so preoccupied that there's a tendency or a or a possibility for you to have an accident of sorts. So just be careful. And then finally, for your home and environment, it looks like you're shutting the doors this week. No one in, no one out. For your love and relations, you've got the Ten of Wands. So for those of you that are in relationships, partnerships or marriages, this is going to be a relatively easy week, but it does look like whatever is coming up with the finances, this is going to be the thing that causes the intense conversations between you guys. But the thing is, I actually feel like this week you're going to find, maybe before you were at an impasse with something, this week I actually feel like you're going to find that moment where you're both on the same page, where it's like, you know what, yes, actually now we agree on the same thing. You know, who bends, who changes their stance, it's going to be different for everyone. For those of you that are single, this is not a week, I'm sorry. It looks like you might be meeting somebody, you could be connecting with somebody, maybe there is somebody in the picture, this King of Cups. Excuse me, gosh. And the thing that I want to say to you about that, actually, if you are meeting someone this week, their situation may be a lot more complex than appears on the surface. And this week you could be getting to the bottom of that. So very, very interesting stuff indeed. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.